says, in the long run, that kind of investment could be a good idea. What's your broker say?
Well, my broker is E.F. Hutton. And E.F. Hutton says...
Hey, crypto pirates! Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. I'm Captain RG3, my partner DC Crypto. Hello, everybody. Hexagon, and one super incredible special guest out there. One of my best bros is actually getting ready to pop into Hex.
Ooh,
I'm gonna onboard like one of my first people, really.
Nice.
I told you guys all that I don't onboard people no more. It's just RG3 does not onboard people. I've spent my life putting people into crypto and other things, and I was done with it. I don't mind making a stream and teaching everybody about this stuff, but I left everybody alone. So now he's pissed. He's going to kick my ass. So shout out to my boy, Mikey Bobo. Love you, man. And we'll get you set up. We'll get you set up.
Bobo?
Mikey Bobo. Oh, you guys, wait till you guys meet the Mikey Bobo.
The Mikey Bobo.
My goodness.
This isn't a bunga bunga. But it's a Mikey Bobo.
It's a Mikey Bobo.
It's a Mikey Bobo. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
He's the man. He is the man. He's a legend. He's a freaking legend, man. That's all I can say. So anyway, one day everybody will get to meet him. But Mikey Bobo is a legend. What's up, chat room? How's everybody doing? Oh, checkmate, baby. All I can say is checkmate. I'm not going to get into details about anything tonight about what's going on.
Right.
But check fucking mate, bitches.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Celebration, baby. What is up, everybody? So what's going on with you, DC? What's happening?
You know me, man. Just doing my research, looking out there in the YouTubes and everything, and things are looking up, man. And you're right. I can't talk about what just happened, but I'm happy.
It's too much, man. It's just too much.
Am I surprised? No. But am I happy it happened? Yeah.
Right?
Oh shit, man! God damn, people about to eat their fucking words, man. God damn, dude. You know what?
Wait. They've been eating shit for the whole last year. I mean, you know, when we were down in the freaking nowhere land and we were just getting this little thing started, and the FUD was large, and the FUD just kept coming. And the bullshit just kept coming. They're still doing it. I mean, it's still happening to this day, but they can't stop it. They can't stop what's happening. And right now, crypto is being terrorized by Hex.
Right.
Hex is a freaking crypto terrorist right now. They are all huddling together in the freaking corner, like going, oh my God, it's coming to get us. And that's what's happening. That is what is happening right now.
Yeah. You want to make me laugh right now? Want to make me laugh? I had a video recommended to me.
Recommended to you?
Recommended. You're wrecked. Literally wrecked for not jumping in. Recommended to me from Altcoin Daily 11 freaking months ago. Just randomly got recommended to me again on YouTube. And they were talking shit about Hex. And saying it was bullshit and a scam. I'm just reading like the newest comments on that video, and it's just like Bro, you fucked up. Damn, son. This video was wrong, bro. How is he still alive? The comments are fucking hilarious, dude. You guys got to watch it. It's really funny. Like, and not a peep out of them. Not a peep being wrong for 11 months straight. But hey, you guys, this is your best altcoin news. There you go, man.
I'm trying to find night mode on Chrome. Where the hell is night mode at on Chrome?
Oh, you just pull the switch off the power cord, and then that'll. I got this new PC, and thanks to my son, who I don't think he watches the show, but he built my PC for me, and I've got like a freaking smoking ass PC now. I mean, nice. Are we still on
D-Live? What's that?
We still on Dlive?
Yeah, we are. I'm looking at it right. Oh, wait a second. I'm looking at it. Well, you know what? I don't know what's wrong with Dlive, but I can't get it to run. There we go. Now I can see it, but I can't get it to run and refresh and keep moving. It just keeps freezing up for some reason. Been having that problem for a little while. So get on it, Dlive. Get that shit fixed. I don't know what the hell you guys' problem is.
Hey, Children of the Grave, it's Ambrosia.
So, and I can't see what Crypto King sent. What did you send, bro? What is it? I don't mind you throwing links in here, but what is it? What did you throw?
He said, let's get this 100 retweets on this.
Yeah, high impact flicks consider. What the hell is all this shit that you're putting in my chat room, bro? I don't know what this is. High impact flicks. I don't know.
No.
Let's get to 100 retweets on this. I don't know. High impact flicks to interview. Oh, to interview Richard Hart. Brian has a huge audience of 550K subs. When's RH going on that? Need more tweets, not likes. Thank you. Okay. So I guess that link he's got, or I guess he's trying to get Richard on the show. I'm not sure, but hey,
it'll help if we can do it and retweet it. Why not? Fuck it.
Is that it, Crypto King? Is that what we want? We want to has over. Yeah. I see it. I'm looking at his Dlive. He's got
all right. I'm retweeting.
He's got 5,000 on Dlive. So
okay, just retweeted. There you go.
There we go.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations. So anyway, all right. We got some cutthroats in the room here. Does anybody know who this one is?
Oh, fuck. Who fed him?
And this one here?
Oh, it's the same thing.
Look at these. Yeah. Look at these two guys.
It's very important that you buy Hex now. Right now. Push the little button.
Jesus.
Oh, the quality of the show has just dropped. Here we go. Entertainment value just went down.
Oh, come on. I was watching you try to keep a straight face the whole time. I was in the back room making it look at you.
Yeah. I gotta turn this night mode on. This thing's killing me. Go ahead and have at it, fellas. What's happening, Papa Boner?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've rebranded, as you can see.
Oh, rebranded.
Yeah.
You're rebranded, Papa Boner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I promised everybody I'd rebrand myself. I've now rebranded Papa
So
Boner.
now we don't have to say just Papa Boner anymore. We can say rebranded Papa Boner.
Right. Special new recipe, same great taste.
Can I just call you Bonier?
Bonier. There you go. Yes, sure. Anything that floats your boner.
Would he be the tuber formerly known as Papa Boner?
Oh, that would be then the next iteration would be the symbol, right? Just the penis up and to the right.
Up and to the right.
I feel really bad for Vince because he's like going to be in like when he's time stamping this is like 25 minutes of dick talk.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was telling Johnny in the green room that I was really happy that I had, unstaked successfully and restaked, and I got twice my T shares, and I was on the top of the world, went to bed over here in Japan, woke up this morning, and all shit breaks loose. So I'm really happy to hear that everybody's in high spirits today. So that's a great thing.
Yeah,
Definitely,
today's a good day. It is a good day.
The start of something beautiful.
It so feels like, Hex has hit a floor or something.
Well, it has done that. It has done that.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a street sweeper out there or something.
There's a street sweeper. There you go. There's a hex sweeper out there. Just, I'm trying to look at the price chart. I want to see that. It's just going.
I'm giving it all I got, Captain. But I'm running out of Hex.
Oh boy, man. Oh boy. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the hex price is like kind of hit a floor where it just loves 1 penny for some reason. It just freaking loves it. For some reason, it just loves a penny.
Definitely. Oh my God. What's up, Franklin St. Hex? What's going on, dude?
He can't talk to you, right?
I know. I'm just waiting for
Okay. All right. You guys go ahead and have at it, because I'm sitting here looking at you guys are being silent, and I'm sitting here trying to fix my phone so it doesn't blind me. So
we can handle that, right, Johnny?
Ahead of us.
I'm like, I can't shut either one of you up ever, and now all of a sudden you guys want to sit there silently, Hey, go ahead, have at it. I'm trying to fix my screen from shining in my face.
Dollar cost. You were saying you were talking about the FUD's getting really tired now, and I would certainly agree. It's getting weaker and weaker and more and more comedic. Yesterday, I got a chart thrown at me that said, "Look at this. If you count the big drop at the very beginning, you guys haven't outperformed the Bitcoin." And I'm like, okay, so I tried to be an idiot and buy that initial top wick. It doesn't exist on anything but CoinMarketCap. What the frick are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then I gave him the chart from Nomics. Didn't have a word to say after that, because it doesn't appear in the dollar in the USD to Hex graph. There is no big drop at the beginning. Can you explain what that anomaly was at the very beginning? Why did it simply shoot down in one wick and then we started our entire campaign? What was that? Price discovery. So it just started. It started like right here, and then it came down.
You have no price, and it takes a while to balance that out. I mean, you start brand new. There was no price setting. So like you can price set in the beginning, right? You can say there's an ICO price, but there was no ICO price. Right. It was open lottery. And then you had people that literally bought it and immediately sold it. Because they and that's how the price discovery started out.
I'm trying to remember the first exchange that listed us. Oh, I can't remember the name anymore.
We had tags, we had BuyDesk, and then we had Bitcoin.
BuyDesk.
It was BuyDesk. I think it must have wicked on BuyDesk or something, and from there we just stayed. I mean, I think BuyDesk had like a 1 Satoshi level in terms of being the all-time low and stuff for a long time, and same thing with Bitcoin.com. I think we were listed there for a while, and we were just chilling at a penny, and then I think we got listed on some other like more Ethereum-based exchange, so we could go to Gwei at that point, and then that was really the all-time low, and then from there we just rocketed up after that. I mean,
well, BuyDesk had a Bitcoin pair and an Ethereum pair. And the lowest it could go on the Bitcoin pair was 1 Satoshi.
Correct.
That did break bottom, and then it moved over to just the Ethereum pair because there was nothing left. There wasn't enough people on there at the time, which is great for the people that were down there buying at 1 Satoshi. I wish I had a full Bitcoin worth, because think about this. Mind blown for a second. 100 million parts Satoshis per Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
1 Bitcoin would get you 100 million hex, right?
Correct.
Now multiply that times a penny. You now have your $1 million Bitcoin. No wait, no hassle.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million Bitcoin. Instead, a bunch of y'all out there waiting for the YouTubers to come through on that $1 million Bitcoin promise, and the opportunity was already here and gone.
Yeah, bro.
That's
And
messed
all
up.
hex.
That's messed up.
Well, I ain't front like I bought a whole Bitcoin worth, but I mean, I bought me something a little nice, a little something. Like I bought myself a little nice something. You know, it was all right. You know,
It was only a short time frame that you could do the 1 Satoshi, and I mean, you could on BuyDesk there was a time where you could double your money, like when the FUD was happening. So you buy it 1 Satoshi, you sell it 2, you add that to your buy order, so that you could just keep catching, right?
Right.
You catch the sellers and hit the buys, but eventually it gets kind of washed out. But
If I remember right, when we got on Uniswap, I think Hex was 8 Satoshis. I think I remember right. It was 8 Satoshis or something. It was something like that around when we got, because we listed, because we were just on BuyDesk and Bitcoin.com for a bit outside of the AA, and then I think what was it? Was February or March? We went on Uniswap.
We went from 2 Satoshis to 4 Satoshis, and then we went from 4 Satoshis to 8 Satoshis,
right?
And like it didn't go back. So that's where that whole playing the game between 1 and 2 went away, because it just went up to 4 and then it was gone. So
it was kind of funny.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it really was interesting that whole time and stuff. But I know quite a few people that didn't even play around. I mean, like I really didn't even play around with that sort of stuff. I know I bought some, I think, on Bitcoin.com. But I never went on BuyDesk because I was like, I didn't really trust it, to tell you the truth. It was like buying like imagine it like buying back on My Ether Delta back in the day. That was a really terrible exchange, like terrible exchange. Like you looked at that thing, I was like, oh my god, man, I might as well be in the 70s, fucking putting command code in or some shit.
Well, tags turned out to be a scam exchange, and tags took a lot of people's money. So there is some problems when you're creating a new coin on what exchanges you list and what is okay to send people to. And Richard kind of got breeze of that way early, and that's why most of us started using Uniswap, and we stayed away from the centralized exchanges. But occasionally you could catch some wicks on there because there is no real liquidity. Of course, and again, there's not really any liquidity to in other places, and the price can go very high very quickly. So
if we're just talking like war stories about it, I mean, the reason there's so much outsized gains for the people who bought during that time is because you were buying on faith, right? I mean, if we're just being for real here, man, like I knew what Hex, I kind of knew what Hex was at the time. I read the .com and basically our version of the white paper. I followed Richard for a lot of years, and I mean, if I'm just being completely honest, like just throwing myself out here, like I didn't buy the Hex as a coin. I bought Richard as a coin originally. Then as I learned more about it, then I got more comfortable, and then I threw more money into it and DCA'd in. I mean, hence dollar cost crypto, this thing right here. And that was the whole faith sort of the thing. And then to tell you the truth, I mean, it paid out. It paid good.
Hey guys,
you want to pick the guy that's got the best training if you want to learn, right?
Right.
So you're not going to pick somebody who has better training, and then you have to find the intent, right? And I don't think we're going to find anybody who does. As much as his intent is challenged, nothing he has ever done has proven any sort of shady behavior. Yeah. Which is less than what I can say about other people that have branched off and started their own thing, but certainly not Richard. Yeah. So he's never given an indicator that he, some of these other guys, man. Tell you what, they're like what is it? Abandonors, serial abandonors, not entrepreneurs, abandonors. They move on to the next project. Hey guys, we're done here. Okay, on to the next one. Now, give me some more money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah, my buddy who's watching the stream right now, he rode the ride with me in the 2017, and 18, and we watched all the, the bit clubs and the bit connects and all of the crap that came, and now things have changed, and he's worried that he's missing out right now. And
He is.
Yeah,
He is. Better get on that shit.
like, holy, yeah.
but even at a penny, you're not missing out.
Right.
No.
Correct.
You're not missing out at a penny. That's for damn
Well, and
sure.
the share price ain't getting no cheaper. That's the big thing. Even if you get Hex at a cheaper price, you're not going to get a cheaper share rate.
No, the
That's-
share rate is,
Yeah.
but
So
it's not moving that crazy because of the staking percentage. I mean, it's just not.
Right. It is going up a little bit. I think Richard says it goes up like at least 3 times a day. I think, if I remember right, I think he had said that in the stream.
Yeah, and then we haven't explained that in a long time, and since I do have somebody new sitting out there, just want to tell them about what the share price is. So I called you earlier, Bud, and I told you that the coin is like a crypto CD. So it's like we stake it. So you stake Hex and you time lock it. And what you get when you time lock your coins is you get a share price. So here's how your value goes up. I was telling you about the interest that you make. So every day the share price is going up, never to go down. In the contract, it is set to go up only. So as people end their stakes, you can never get more ROI than your previous stake. So everybody is setting the share price to get higher and higher and higher. So as people unstake their coins, rather than be able to continue to just stake it out and stake it out and stake it out. Now, the only way you can get more shares is if you stake longer than you did when you took those out. So when you go to stake your coins, they're going to take your coins away from you and give you shares. And at that point, you have shares that have value when you unstake, or you have to early unstake them. You don't want to do that because there's massive monster penalties, and you'll wreck yourself if you're not halfway through your stake. And just to put that into proper perspective, if you stake for less than 90 days, that is not the case. You get wrecked completely if you stake for less than 90 days and you pull out.
Let's say that again. Very important.
If you stake for less than 90 days,
you get nothing.
And you pull out early, you get nothing.
Nothing.
But if you do stake, say, for 90 days plus, you can pull your principal out after half of your stake is done. So if you did 6 months, it's 3 months. If you did a year, it's 6 months. You can get all your principal, but you lose all your interest. So now what you want to do is commit to a time frame that you can commit to. Period. End of story. You stay real to your commitment, your time commitment. So, a lot of us have done what we call laddered stakes. So we'll stake one out for a year, then we'll stake one out for a year and a half, then we'll stake one out for 2 years, or we create income ladders where you're staking every month. So you have stakes coming out. You can take the interest off of that and then restake the principal. Like say you do 5 years worth of laddering. So every month for 5 years, you stake your Hex out. And then as that first stake comes to maturity, you pull that out, you take the interest off of it or the principal or whatever you want, and then you stake the rest of it out on the back end of the end of your ladder. So you have constant perpetual income rolling in from your Hex stakes. So that's an income staking ladder. And then there's all kinds of other different ways to do it. But for those of you who are new and don't understand, what we're talking about is the share rate for staking Hex and how to stake Hex. Share rate, like you said, it's just what you get for staking your Hex versus, when you stake your Hex, you get shares, and that share price is changing every day and it's going up faster and faster. And I don't know what's going to happen when that stake comes out. Do we know exactly what day that big stake's coming out? The billion?
March 15th.
Is it March 15th?
Yeah.
Somebody will put it in there. So there is a monster stake getting ready to come out in March on probably the 15th is what DC saying?
The Ides of March.
The Ides of March. So we're supposed to have this big monster stake come out, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. Yes, it's March 15th. So March 15th, this big stake's going to come out, and everybody is anticipating what is going to happen. Now, I don't know I've heard that people have done the chain analysis on it, and they've identified it. So I'm not for sure, but I think it was identified. Has anybody heard that?
Yeah, I think it was a Genesis whale and stuff, because it already has a bunch of stakes out already. I think it has like 700 million hex staked already.
Silver said he doesn't believe that this is going to be one of those people that are going to dump.
Right,
is what I gathered from it. He said they have other stuff going on, and he's not 100% sure, but he doesn't believe that this is.
So I'm going to start explaining a little bit of this stuff, because we speak as Hexkins, we're speaking a different language to other people. Correct. And I'm a little conscious of it now that I have somebody new out there. So maybe you guys can hold my feet to the fire on this stuff a little more. Sure, Silver the Antidote is one of our Hexicans who is like, we call him the proctologist of crypto, because what he does is, so there's a function called chain analysis that people conduct, which is very tedious, very time consuming, and very uneventful for a guy like me that can't even look at numbers, let alone try and do what that chain analysis bullshit is. So what they can do is they can look at wallets, and they can see exactly all the behavior of the wallets. And this guy Silver is so good at it that he understands the traders' behaviors and their personalities, and can kind of identify them to within a degree of error. Of course, he doesn't nail them completely, but he has a pretty good analysis and a feel for those big wallets and the moves that they're making. So we have our own proctologist looking at the ecosystem and how coins are moving,
how actors are behaving,
and it's a huge benefit. So any of you out there who do get a chance, I think Silver the Antidote has a YouTube channel, a Patreon account, and all that stuff. And the man lives on crypto. He does. He travels the world, lives on crypto. And so any support you guys want to give him, or go learn how to do what he does, because he's teaching people how to do what he does.
And he also is a man that drinks a lot of
Johnny Walker. Oh shit! I watched that boy put down 2 bottles the other night.
Put down 2 bottles, dude.
2 bottles
on stream.
So I did want to say something about all you guys out there drinking on stream. You guys, you might want to think about that. You go back and look at those streams, and y'all looking kind of foolish, some of you. So I mean, no, just because RG doesn't touch the hooch, I mean, doesn't mean you can't. But just you might want to think about it before you stream, because some of y'all fucking, you got some good streams out there, man. Stuff that you might not want your kids to see later on down the road. But anyway, so that's where we're at now. We've got a guy that does.
Let's throw this out there too, RG. The Hex actually is the most transparent cryptocurrency there is. So there's actually a series of extra tools that other cryptos don't have that allows us to be even more insightful into the behaviors of individuals that are in the ecosystem. So there's Hex.live, Hex.vision, and we can see where they're staked, how they're staked, all of this information. If you have an address, you can literally look into their wallet and see their behaviors, which makes it it's kind of creepy in a way, because you can really see into it. But on the same note, if you're a person who knows how to use those tools, it gives you a real deep insight to the behaviors and actors in the ecosystem. Go ahead, RG.
Yes. No. So we've got a monitoring system for Hex, and it does a couple of it provides us with a couple of features. For one thing, we get to see the movement, and the other thing is you can use it to gauge your stakes and how you stake. If you do have like some big stakes that you want to pull out, you can try to kind of game the system and look for some empty spots. Not saying that those spots aren't going to get filled up if you're throwing something out there 5 or 10 years. But it gives you kind of a gauge that you can look at the ecosystem and figure out how you're going to stake, or even just, put it in there and see examples of what other people are doing. So anyway, there's a lot of benefits to it. And then plus we get to see everything that's moving and kind of prepare ourselves to dollar cost in. So one of the responsible ways of getting into crypto, like, we of course, this is not financial advice, but we teach people versus FOMOing in, which is, just jumping in with both feet, to dollar cost in. And that's DC's name. And he teaches kind of macro crypto economics and teaches people how to, walk into crypto on a regular basis versus, FOMO and all in and, maybe getting wrecked. So dollar costing in is a way to go, especially when you've got a lot of action like Hex has. You can get a little bit and watch that penny dip a little and then rise a little and then dip a little and then rise a little and dip a little and rise a little.
Another feature in the transparency is we have Uniswap. Uniswap is a DEX. And Uniswap has what's called an automated market maker. Okay. And what that does is it matches liquidity on both sides, and there's always a buyer and seller. So what that actually allows us to do, unlike other exchanges, which have iceberg orders and limit orders and different things that we can't see, we don't really know what a market sell is going to do to that particular market. With the automatic market maker, you can actually mathematically predict how much money or how much flow it takes to move the price based on the liquidity. And it's a unit of a square that causes that liquidity to move. And we literally know how much money it's going to take to move the price. So we have a big advantage over knowing that, like, when a good time to buy is and what the price is going to end up doing in the future. Exactly. With just a small amount of economic energy right now could send us very high.
Very small amount. I mean, what's the numbers on just popping to 10 cents?
1.4 million.
1.4 million in right now takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
6 million to $1.
Really? That's it.
Yeah.
That is all it takes right now. Oh my goodness.
It's hard to contain yourself just thinking about that, isn't it? It's like people got to be really dumb selling right now. They got to be really, really dumb or really desperate selling right now.
And they are right now. People are selling right now. They are. Let's see. That's DC put that in there. I think Hex could hit 3 cents to 5, then 10. Shh.
Secret message, and you blabber it out on the web. Why? Yes, I do believe that. I mean, obviously, that's what I really think. I mean, because I think we're going to hit 3. Obviously, we're going to hit the old all-time high, which is about 2 cents for a bit. Obviously, traders are going to trade. It's going to go down a little bit. Then we're going to power through, hit new all-time highs, correct a little bit, and then just moon swing to 10 cents.
2.5, 2x to 5 cents, 2x to 10 cents. Yeah.
Correct. Do you think there's any FOMO level in there that would help it out, or is it going to just swoop right up to 5 cents, 10 cents?
Well, it's so ridiculous that it's just going to take one simple, stupid little market buy to bump it up to 10 cents. So
drop it up. I like that. I like that term. Drop it up.
Drop it up. Well, it definitely, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know what I think is keeping the price down right now? My theory on what's keeping the price down is simply the gas fees. Literally. Yeah. And if someone's buying in for like $50 and it costs them $50 in gas fee because they're only buying $50 worth, they're in essence paying 2 cents and not 1 cent. So I really think it's that whole free shipping mentality, right? So like you ever gone on a website and you go to check out and then you see how much it's going to cost you for shipping and you go, I don't really want it that bad. You check out. I think that's what's happening with Hex right now is people are going want in really, really bad, but those gas fees right now are in their face and they're going, maybe I'll wait a little later, right? And that's the reason why we're not pumping. It's not because the interest isn't there. It's just because people are still waiting on that. Yeah. It's not the price of Hex. It's the damn price of the gas that's slowing it down, at least for the small bidders, right? For someone that wants to go in with, $1,000 or $10,000, it's not that big of a deal. But for someone that's going in with, a little bit here and there, this type of market with these type of gas fees is not inducive for a person in that particular financial level. And I think we'd get a lot more of those people if we could just do something about that, which we can't.
And there is no shame in dollar cost averaging, even like a small amount of money, because that's how I did it. I mean, that I've all the crypto I've accumulated up until this point is literally from me going out, working my business, taking that cash, whatever I get that day, and throwing it in. That's what I've done, and it's worked out. And there's nothing wrong. As I've seen people say that, no, just don't do that. Don't always just save it up and stuff until we get the dip and stuff. Dude, sometimes the dip doesn't happen. Literally, that's so.
Dip has been canceled.
I think the dip's been canceled.
It does happen, right? You take advantage, but sometimes it does not happen. Like there's people that are listening to Tony Vay's. Bitcoin's gonna hit $1,000. It never even hit. So there's people that were at $3,000 that literally did not buy it because of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like it's insanity, right? I mean, there's people. I remember not to like bring up just to bring back some of that stuff that happened in 2018. Like I remember with Litecoin. Litecoin was at $22. It's going to go to $4, you guys. It never hit $4. You know what? It's just like all these people on the sideline, and then what they end up doing? They end up buying at $30 or $40. Same thing with Hex. It's going to go to like. I don't know what it's going to go back to like 10% of a penny. 10% of a penny. When the hell did it drop to 10% of a penny? It was like 19% of a penny for like a second. And of course, Hexo bought it. But then
on stream, live on stream. So come on. I mean, right? How is it that every time there's a dip, this motherfucker buys it on stream, buys the bottom of the dip on stream?
Every time, dude.
Really? Talk about favorites, right?
Right.
he does it a little bit.
He's not alone. Hexo's not alone, and we've got. But see, guys, the difference is there are tools that we have that they don't have in other cryptos, which kind of help you kind of calculate it out a little bit better. I mean, you can. You're not going to catch the bottom every time, but it gives you a much better range to guess in. That you simply can't guess with an order book, right? With hidden orders and stuff. You can't do that. You can see the stakes. You can see when stakes are coming off. You can see that particular address is selling just like you thought they would. And then if you had put in before that how much they have to sell, you would see where the price kind of approximates, right? So if you go on to Uniswap and you put in an order for you put in. If I sell 1 million right now, how much am I going to get out? It'll show you what the price ends up being, how much effect that has on the price. So there are tools, if you know how to properly use them, and you guess right on the behavior of that particular actor, you know where that price is going. Now other people can jump in there, but it gives you a better and an advantage than
there is something the Hexagons have that most other communities don't have, is just these gigantic pair of balls on these guys. The size of balls on this community is like insane. Like I can't even walk in the door like the right way. I got to go sideways in to get it. But yeah, I digress.
No, you're right. I mean, it's pretty easy to walk around like that in crypto because, I mean, let's face it, these fucking guys are a bunch of idiots, man. I mean, they got nothing. They make themselves look like fools weekly. I mean, every single week there's another one looking like a dumbass. And I'm not even talking about the FUD with Hex. I'm talking about the bullshit out there that they're getting wrecked on all the time, the calls that they're making all the time. When Bitcoin starts going up, the thumbnails that they put on their goddamn shit. You know, it's just the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Do you guys realize how ridiculous you look? I mean,
stupid.
I know I'm sitting here in an old man with a fucking suicidal tendencies bandana on, but I mean, this is just me. You guys are fucking acting like a bunch of idiots out there, making these stupid freaking damn thumbnails. Oh, Bitcoin up. Oh, no, could it go down? Oh, what is all this bullshit you guys are doing? I mean,
they're screenshotting this shit right now.
God, you know, what's funny is Hexo does this stuff. And he mocks it all, you know.
Yeah.
He mocks it all, and he puts out some really badass thumbnails because he's mocking all their shit all the time. It's just so ridiculous what they're doing out there, and I ain't even and that's not even the FUD. And then now they're all making themselves look like idiots with the FUD, you know, that they gave to Hex. So it's like, ooh, man, wrong side of history, guys.
What's interesting, RG, is that we have this whole toolbox on the side. Whole Hex toolkit that came with it, you know, and we've got all these wicked, insightful tools that are just ideal for anybody that really wants to get into the roots of it, and they haven't even opened the lid of the toolbox. You know, they just said, "Oh, it's just an ERC," and they push it away. Oh, push it away. And we've got.
Yeah, I love that one.
Toolbox. It's like a secret magic toolbox that they don't know about, you know, and it gives us such an advantage. We can it's like making predictions is like hilarious because
but see, check this
talking
out,
about
Johnny.
a couple of cents. Because talking about a couple of cents.
I'm going to break in and I'm going to let you keep talking, but I want to stop for a second because when you talk about the toolbox, so Bitcoin didn't have a toolbox.
No,
and the reason Bitcoin didn't have a toolbox is because it's fucking old tech. It's old. It doesn't have a toolbox. ERC20 tokens do have a toolbox, you dumbasses.
I can't hear you with my
toolbox.
What?
That toolbox is the advancement of crypto, you dumb shits. And whenever I see them like fighting, talking shit about ERC20 tokens, I just go, you idiots. It's technology that is made to advance, and you guys are fudding or talking shit about the one platform that actually brought advancement to cryptocurrency, which was Ethereum.
So the kicker here is nobody utilized the capabilities of the ERC20
they didn't.
token. So it was basically a lot of token generator coins. So they were under the impression that it's just another generated coin, and they didn't realize that somebody had actually used the features and actually stressed the capacity of an ERC20 token to its absolute limits, created new design such as share rate, and it's so beautiful. There's so much to it. There's so much complexity that took 2 years of development, and they are still treating it like it's some kind of fake token. Right? That they haven't looked beyond that. They haven't seen the beauty. They haven't seen the toolkit. They haven't seen the design. They don't understand that the share rate in itself is an innovation that is just mind-blowing. It's interest done in a way that has never been done before. That is truly ingenious and innovative because it's not compound interest. It's not simple interest. Nobody's let me coin this, but I say it's progressive interest because it's kind of a hybrid. Because compound interest is your interest on top, gaining interest.
It's literally Nobel Prize winning.
Yeah, this is something totally different.
It literally is. And I know that people are going to be like, oh, listen to these freaking idiots talking about, Richard getting a Nobel Prize for this bull. I'm telling you, you people haven't done the maths. These guys haven't done the maths.
Well,
you guys need to do the maths. The maths is what it's about. This is the most unique interest rate. This is the biggest advancement on finance that finance has seen in a very, 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 very long time. If
the bankers knew how to do this, they'd be collecting it instead of compound interest because this is way better, right?
I wish I knew how to explain it in dumb shit terms, so that I can understand it, and the people that I really know can understand it, because
For t-shirts?
not my buddy, of course, he's out there. He's smart. He's not like me, but
Well, it's
not t-shirts, but the
it's a moving
reverse,
design. Yeah.
the reverse interest rate, and how that really works. I mean, I understand how it works. Price going up, ROI. I still don't understand, like, how, I mean, it's obviously the biggest guy is setting the price of the share rate every time it unstakes or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But of course, it doesn't affect the dollar price, because the dollar price fluctuates also on the share rate.
Yeah. The concept is to incentivize people to lock longer instead of trying to compound. So the people that are compounding, doing compound interest, they're taking their stake, and then they're taking their interest, and they restake the whole thing, and then they get interest on their interest. That would be compound interest. The share rate, by design, it allows you to get today's prices tomorrow. So you can lock that out indefinitely for an extended period of time, getting locked in at this price, so that those that are trying to compete doing the in and out cannot outcompete the person that put their stake in the ground first and said, I'm here first.
I'm going long.
So they can, because of that longer term commitment, those shorter term stakers cannot outcompete them. And that is like the double spend solution in a way. That's the kind of solution that they had to come up with. It's like the double spend solution. It was a way to keep people from gaming the system and just stacking upon stacking and trying to outcompete people, actually eliminating the purpose of the coin, which is the stake for long term.
Which is putting value in the good behavior. The only way crypto goes up is if people are holding it and not selling it. So by putting that value out there that way, price go up only. Price only can go up.
Right.
And since the staking is so optional, you don't have to stake at all. It's totally optional. And you're totally setting the terms that you set.
Yeah.
And and just the share system itself, by itself, is Nobel Prize winning, because it is like solving the double spend equation. It's a way to get people to commit for a long period of time by incentivizing them to do that without trying to game the system. That was the whole thing. Kyle had something to do with that.
Kyle's brilliant. Well, yeah, he ran all the models and he helped to fix that, because that was one of the problems when they were building that. Hey, how do we stop that from happening? So he was instrumental in helping them put that together. So,
and that's a problem. That's an advancement, and that was a real problem. And no other coin has that share system.
Yeah,
and to model that share system is going to be very difficult for anybody to do. And that is essential to the core of Hex. Without that share system, the whole thing doesn't work, right?
Yeah, Johnny,
it's all parts of the car.
Johnny, in Boneheadese, let me summarize again, because maybe some people haven't caught that, or maybe we have some new viewers out there. Maybe I'm just an idiot, which is always the case. However, if you're going to be in and out in short stakes, you're going to pay a premium for that flexibility. If you go longer and stronger, you're always going to get a better amount, or you're going to get a better return for everything you do, which is counterintuitive, right? You think that maybe you do a long stake or do many short stakes and restake and work on that manual compound interest. But instead, because share rate always goes up, that mechanism allows you to always make a better deal going further out.
And if you're going in and out, you're losing. Every time you go in and out, you're losing. That's why when you do see a stake when you do see a stake mature, you cry a little.
Because it's going to cost you more to get back. Now, the crypto Sparbook, our Hex Germany, they did a presentation for the show, for the convention. Yes. If you really want to understand share rate, and you understand that there's two lines going, right? There's two lines going across. And if you're staking and unstaking, you're down here. But at that 10-year mark, those 15-year stakes are up here, as according to those. So you have to watch their presentation if you're really interested in shares.
Yeah.
The other thing for our new people is the Truth Engine. The Truth Engine is very important. It's the only crypto that actually holds you accountable for your word, right? Any of the other staking coins, you can in and out. There's no way to judge future market behavior because even if the people are locked, they just pull their coins out, but there's no consequences, right? So we had to do the carrot and the stick formation where, if you pull out, you're going to get whacked with the stick, right? If you complete your term, you get full rewards. But what happens there is everyone that honors their word and makes terms that they can honor gets extra incentive from the people that don't. So instead of like in a CD where the bank gets all the penalties, it's the stakers that are getting rewarded for people not honoring their behavior. Those penalties are paid to the stakers. So there's no penalties. People hear the word penalty and they immediately think they're the guy that gets hit, right?
Yeah.
No, you only get hit with penalties if you just don't honor your word. If you can't trust yourself, who the hell can you trust? Honor your damn word. That's all you have to do. If you honor your word, you'll be fine. You benefit from the people that freak out because the price jumps up and they figure they're going to pull out and sell. That behavior never is going to benefit you in Hex. Watching that price jump and unstaking isn't going to help you. If you want a quick return, you should hold some liquid. You shouldn't stake it. If you're looking to sell at a certain price point, that Hex should be liquid. You shouldn't be trying to compete in the pool because all you're going to do is you're going to sacrifice all the hard work and all the interest that you have gained for that short-term gain. So you might as well just be liquid. And I know that's not really the popular opinion because everybody's like, oh, you got to stake, you got to stake. That staking is not for everybody. It's not. Some people want that quick return. If you're looking for that quick return, you shouldn't be the staker. You're only delaying the inevitable. If you know you're that type of personality that's going to pull out when it hits a certain level, you should have that available instead of paying penalties or losing part of your principal that you could be selling by committing a commitment that you can't keep.
Johnny is a good man. He has a conscience. Really, that's exactly the same shit I'd be doing too. Like, bro, you're gonna do something stupid. Like, I can tell already, man. Like, keep some liquid, dude. You're not. You're not gonna. I know you, dude. No. Keep some liquid. You want to do a 1-year stake, okay? But dude, you are not. You're gonna emergency unstake.
Targeted. Do you feel targeted, Litecoin?
Yeah. But, so I finally remembered. So like we were talking about earlier, why like maybe Richard could get the Nobel Peace, the Nobel Peace Prize, or whatever the hell, the Nobel Prize or whatever, right? Like the reason why Bitcoin
Nobel
was so
Prize
crazy,
for economics.
Economics Nobel
right?
Prize. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like because Bitcoin essentially created like triple entry bookkeeping, right? Which is the double spend feature. Well, what Hex is quadruple entry bookkeeping. It's another. We've added another bracket on top of that. I mean, it's insane. Like the system. I mean, I know we just talked about it, but it's like it's pretty. I mean, people didn't understand forever why Bitcoin was even anything at all. Like why?
And
like
three pools. There's three pools.
I did
that
too.
this is pulling from, right? So there's 3 separate pools that Hex pulls from. It pulls from late stakes. It pulls from early stakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it pulls from emergency, early stakes, late stakes, and then your basic interest, right? Your simple interest. So it pulls from those 3 pools, and it's based on behavior and honesty. I mean, can you think of a better system to encourage positive long-term saving behavior? It's literally undoing this whole buy now, pay later mentality that we've been born to, right?
Yeah.
It's teaching responsible behaviors. I mean,
it's a new type of carrot and stick dynamic and stuff of just like getting people to start thinking long term. I mean, even our traders, even though our traders are traders, even our traders are better traders than other traders. Isn't that we like with Hex? We got the best of the best, man. We got the best memers, we got the best streamers, we got the best of everything.
We got the devs. We've got 100 faces. strong, as far as people that you can actually visibly see, but that's no indication to the full size of the community,
No. I mean, there's 121 people sitting on YouTube right now watching the stream. So I mean that, and a lot of those people will never show their face. It's and a lot of them,
We have the best Twitter army on the market. We're a bunch of hyenas. We call it hyenas and piranhas and everything else because we just chew you up.
Yeah, it is. It is fun watching what happens on the Twitter. My Twitter feed just blows up all the time now. I can't. I step away for it for a minute, and it's just like freaking going crazy, getting tagged on all this stuff.
I can't troll them all.
I can't troll. Don't worry, you got assistants. They're out there.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
And the piranha show up.
That's what I do now. I'm like, send up the flare, right? Somebody else tag team out, and there's always someone now. So it's great.
I go into comment anymore, and it's like, holy shit, there's like 100 hexagons in here, freaking already hyena this guy, they're like
more hexagons show up than the person has followers.
Oh yeah, I've seen that 100 times. Boom, all over.
Likes. There's more hexagons in the comments than they get likes on their post. It's like they get 3 likes on their hate post, and they get 33 hexagons show up. Correcting them and educating them on how they're wrong.
Yeah, and then that's usually what it always. I mean, there's always the trolls that go in there, but then there's always a couple of people that are educating them. Like, no, look, this is what you this is the mistake you're making. This is what you're saying wrong, and this is what you're supposed to be understanding. Look, dumb fuck, and they lay it all out there for them. And that's what's cool is that they are doing that. They're educating. They're not just trolling them. Which that's what I do. I just troll them. I don't have any.
Yeah, I think that we're seeing
any
a lot
respect for any of them.
I think we're seeing a lot of tired type of like I said at the very beginning, things are getting very tired out there. They're losing the ability to make a case, and some of them don't even try to make a case. They simply say, "Have fun." Sucking on Richard's dick. And I keep thinking that there's that latent like homosexuality that's coming out. So I'm always addressing that saying, it sounds to me like we've got to talk to Maddie Allen, our resident Hexagon psychologist that can figure out why you have this fixation about, you maybe want to fillet our founder. I don't know. He does have a fairly large endowment. Perhaps you would like to stretch out your mouth first with little incremental, bite-sized chunks, and then work it up to the toilet paper roll, and then go further from there.
Vince, for God's sakes, let's just remove this from the timestamp altogether. Let's not make this hard.
How to gargle.
we got to let this.
I can see the timestamp now.
We got to stop you, Papa. We got to stop you.
Okay. All right. You know where I always go. Sorry about that, guys. And back to our regularly scheduled program.
I swear I need that intermission button.
Litecoin can't even stand up. That's why he hit his damn camera because he's now rolling on the floor.
Oh my god! Like this reminds me of like Superbad. Like when I was a kid. I mean, this is normal. It happens to a lot of kids. I just couldn't stop drawing dicks. I don't know what it was, but I kept just drawing them and stuff.
In design, it's really hilarious. They literally, in large companies, when they have designers design things, they literally have like a department that has to check that those designs don't resemble a penis. Believe it or not, they have to check. They have to say this cannot be perceived as, because when you start making things round,
Jesus Christ!
I am gonna shut the stream down here now. Now we're
when
just
you make things look futuristic looking, they literally have a department that has to say nope, that's not going out the door.
Yeah, it's a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, it's a head and shoulders pattern. That's it.
Shoulders pattern.
Yeah. But what about a cup and handle?
Well, how about a even Steve?
Oh my god. Yeah, the cup and handle is always looking for that.
We have now lost half our audience.
Yeah.
Now
back to our regular scheduled programming.
Let's bunga this thing.
You guys just did.
Yeah, throw in the bunga. It's intermission time.
Intermission time.
Yeah. You guys are rotten. So Papa, what are you doing? You're like on every stream now. You're up in the mornings early. You're out late.
I don't. Yeah. Well, let's see. Here's the great thing. For kinetics, it'll be my midnight same day. So I'm only having to worry about this 3 times a week anyway. Right.
Yeah.
And that's a 5-day-a-week spread. So I figured I'd show up and I'll provide support. But yeah. So you tell me to lay off and I'll lay off. I'll hang back. But I'm having a good time.
No. More of you, less of me. That's what I say.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to disappear, but I keep getting drawn back into it. And RG kind of gives me that stink eye. It's like, damn it, you showed up on somebody else's show. What the hell you doing? Well, they asked me. It's like RG leaves that open invitation. It's like, well, I gave you the link. Why didn't you show up? It's like, well, I didn't know I was supposed to show up. I thought it was optional. These other guys like, hey, Johnny, I need you to be on my show this day. Okay, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Friday nights, I expect, you guys will show up. Well, a little bit of everybody shows up on Fridays, but Mondays and Wednesdays, if you guys show, great. If not, it is what it is here. You guys have created this, and I just turn it on every week. That's all. That's it. I just pushed the button. I just pushed the button. The Hexkins made this. Discourse Syndicate doesn't belong to me. It belongs to you guys. Beautiful.
No, it belongs to you. You are the pirate running the ship. You put us all together, all us ornery people. It was you and your orneriness that made me come out with my orneriness, because we agreed on too many things from the very beginning about how, there's so much harm in this space, and then we want to make the space a better place, and we're tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why this thing known as Discourse Syndicate continues on.
And it was just in Richard's spirit that we've done that, because that's what he's done. He's just gone out and bitch slapped crypto in a really, really good fucking way too.
It just keeps getting better, don't it?
I mean, the guy is a freak. When he says I'm a genius, he's a fucking genius. I mean, the guy is a genius. The shit that he's done.
Well, I think about that.
It's almost getting it's almost like not fair anymore. The shit that he's doing to crypto. I mean, he's ass raping crypto, and they're not fucking doing anything about it. No, it's a fake. It's phony. It's a fucking scam. It's a scam. In the meantime,
meanwhile, everything they suggest is going boop.
Oh my gosh! Today was just the. I mean, I'm beside myself.
He who lives in glass house no throw stones.
But what's really cool is, he's fucking up crypto, but because crypto is fucked up. So basically what he's doing is throwing a grenade in the front room of the house. And then he's going to go in and clear it, because that's what's happened. Crypto deserved a grenade to get thrown in the middle of the room. And that's what has happened. And now Hex has gone off, big payday's over with. And now it's just mass casualties, just fucking mass casualties. And it's just going to, they're just going to continue to be casualties, because Hex is going to take their fucking lunch. It's going to steal their bike. It's going to take their girlfriend, and there ain't a damn thing they can do about it.
So the market cap metric itself, Hex was designed to defeat, just staying stagnant. It's designed to surpass the market cap. And that is partially in regard to the fact that there's really no competition in the crypto space. There's not. You got a lot of empty promises and unfulfilled and incomplete projects, and they're still holding top spots. Why are they holding top spots? Well, they're holding top spots because they haven't had any competition until now. Now there's something that actually does what it says it's supposed to do. Oh my God! Who would have thought of making such a thing?
My buddy who's on watching the stream, he's been texting me, and he's like, bro, this is exactly what we talked about, because we were always, I think I mentioned it the other day on stream. I said we were always on the hunt for the staking coin. We thought the staking coin was going to be the proof of stake was going to be the coin, and so every proof of stake coin that we got into was a proof of scam. It was a proof of scam coin is what it was. And so I kept buying proof of scams, in the middle of trying to, OMG in it and ADA in it and freaking Litecoin in it and all that other bullshit in it. And then, here's a staking coin. Oh, nope. That was somebody else's Lambo. Next. Here's a staking coin. Oh, no, that was somebody else's $10,000 sneakers and a freaking fur coat, and while he and I and our other buddies were on the prowl for this magical, mystical staking coin that was, they would never give you your keys. They would never give you access to a wallet. The wallet was always coming. It's coming. The wallet's coming.
Neo.
In the meantime, look at this trading bot that we got for you while you're waiting for us to get a wallet built. Here's a trading bot. Yeah, trading bot.
The liquidity will never go anywhere. It'll always stay put.
Always, and
always on forever.
Wrecked, So, and then Hex, and it's like, for real, fucking, it was that simple for somebody to do. And if you think of all the financial energy and all the trouble and all of the lost money really in those scams versus what Hex is doing and is about to do, the doing the right thing was a lot more valuable than all of those fucking scams put together. Hex is going to become more valuable and suck in more financial energy than all of those scams ever did. And it's exactly what, if you guys have listened to Richard talk about, you need to suck that scam money out of all those guys, bring that scam money in here and do something worthwhile for people.
But people are still buying into fake DeFi right now because
of course they are, because that's the buzzword.
Still pushing it,
they don't know no better. They don't know no better.
Yeah.
They're all, they grew up a certain way in crypto and they still have that mentality. And we hear it every day in Twitter. When you hear people saying the things, when they say, Bitconnect, it's like.
And the irony here is Hex is not a lending platform.
No.
What are they talking about now? Lending platforms.
Oh, yeah. As long as it has a good name.
You're in those lending platforms, you're going to know what BitConnect is real damn soon. And you're going to wish you were in Hex because Hex isn't a lending platform. Your BakeFi, that is your lending platform. And that is your BitConnect 2.0.
You almost sounded Chinese right there, Johnny.
Depends on which impression I'm doing for the day.
Genetics. He sent me a text, Captain. I hope you guys aren't giving financial advice.
Hey, Captain.
Beware of things with off switches. That's your financial advice. Oh, by the way, Hex doesn't have off switches. You're okay.
Hey, it's 1 hour and 6 minutes into the broadcast, and I think it's time to put some FOMO pants on for just a moment and build on what you just said there, Captain, in terms of doing something very positive for the world and for society. So I had a thought, and that was, we know this is going to be highly successful. We know that we're printing millionaires, and probably we're going to be printing billionaires through Hex. When I was with my wife in the south of France, we actually chanced upon an enclave of Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires, and they weren't doing anything for society. They were decked out in bling. They had huge medallions that said Bitcoin, so you knew that they were definite lowlifes that had turned into billionaires. They all spoke Russian. Funny how that worked. But I'm wondering, when we are exorbitantly wealthy, I have optimistic feeling about this group doing something really good for society. What do you think that is? What do you think that looks like? Past the whole, we're going to be rich. It's a given. It's baked in. The question is, how do we organize? What are we going to do? Where do our true colors? Where are they going to lead us? What do you think?
I think I mean, go ahead, Kevin.
Where are the maxis going to lead us?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Where are our new whales?
Oh,
Where
our
are
new whales. I'm
our
sorry.
new wealth. Where is the Hexagon wealth? Where is it going to lead to for society?
And that's my job, right? So I've been talking to you guys about being responsible whales, and that, look, when you look at the staker class today, so the staker class today is the people that have some very large share bags. So they're going to be the value holders of Hex, the top value holders in Hex. Now, I'm not saying that there's not going to be institutional money that could come in and buy big bags and all that. That's going to happen, period, end of story. But they're not going to have those Genesis shares like you guys have before big payday shares. They're not going to be guys that are new to crypto, or, I mean, we're organic. This is an organic community, and Hex's whales are organic. There's a few, don't get me wrong. The whales now, the few that are there's some big bags in there. And those guys are crypto rich guys that understand, how to move their money and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of us new guys, new to being whales. Let's just say I'm not new to crypto, but I'm new to being a whale. And I'm not saying I'm a whale. I'm just saying as we grow here, we will be whales. So we have to learn how to be good custodians of the crypto itself. And what does that mean? That means, terms like DCAing is important, being responsible coming in and out of, your Hex is going to be all part of it. And that's what the community is actually, putting out there, being responsible, doing the right things, doing good things. And Richard from the beginning has been saying that, his number one priority in life, he says, is life extension. This is just a little speed bump project along the way to get him to his goal. He's got another goal. He wants to help people, and he wants to help, he wants to help life go on longer through technology. And that's his thing. And this is one of those tools that are going to help him to achieve that. So that is part of our makeup, our genetics. And I'm going to continue to do that through this community. And we have fun, and we talk trash, and we're toilet humor and all that good stuff. But when it comes to financial, what do you call it? Instead of having a bad moral turpitude, our financial morals, we're teaching something different in this community, and it's done through the contract too. We've talked about it already, that the contract itself teaches that behavior that has not been taught in crypto. Nobody staked long. Nobody staked. Staking was, a myth that you couldn't attain. Like I said, my buddy in the chat right here is like, hey man, is this that staking coin that we've been looking for all these years? And yeah, man, here it is. It's finally here. And so I think that by design, not only the coin and the contract, but the community, we're going to develop responsible whales that are going to change crypto. We're going to change crypto because trading is going to go. I mean, it's never going to go away. Right. It just won't. I mean, people are degenerate. That's just the way it is. People like to gamble. People like that fucking adrenaline. They like that quick fix. And I ain't gonna lie, me too. I've been involved in it and wanted it and like it. And frick, when price goes up, man, I get all excited. But what the hell am I excited for? My stakes are out, past 2022. What do I care about the freaking price today? But I'm always hitting the goddamn staker app. Why? Because I'm a fucking addict, right? I'm addicted to that shit. Don't matter to me. But don't matter for another year until I start even pulling a little stake out. So it's just our nature to want that. And so it's going to be very difficult to change all of crypto. But once we start sucking the financial energy out of them then I think that they're going to have to comply. And it's going to be a very comfortable place for a lot of people in crypto and a lot of people new to crypto. So a lot of people aren't going to have to go through what most of all of us have gone through. They're not going to have to pay that price that we all paid in order to get where we're at today. But that's why we're the beneficiaries, because we have been through hell and we were seeking out the truth. And when we heard Richard, we heard the truth, and we were smart enough to dig into what he was saying and what he was doing and realize that, oh shit, this is what crypto was supposed to be. So that's why we got involved. And that's why we're the beneficiaries of these monster ass fucking Genesis share bags, and there's only 10%. There's only 10% stake.
So we as a community, we're drawn to Richard for different reasons, right? But I believe that a lot of the community was drawn to the fact that he does have good intent, right? Despite all these people screaming scammer, they weren't watching the fact that here's a millionaire that could be doing anything with his time, that was spending time making silly YouTube videos in order to try to get messages across to people to help improve their lives, right? So we're kind of a different group in general as people. You've got people like Freddie Quotes, who does, donations to the homeless, and he goes and visits tent cities and stuff like that. You've got mental health professionals that we have, Maddie and Joe. They have their own life-changing stories. Maddie in particular wants to see how that this could be adapted to incentivize people into furthermore better behaviors. So we've got kind of a unique group of people. So it's, I think it attracts more of a, I can't say the word for it. It starts with the P, the
Philanthropist.
Yes. So it draws in those type of personalities. But again, in the crypto space, that's not really a good selling point, because when you're talking about all the good things that you're doing, that's the thing, right? So that's what they bust on Richard for. Oh, he's such a good guy. No, this guy's a big faker. Because why? Because they're all a bunch of fakers, right? They're all a bunch of greedy sons of bitches with thinking about their own pockets and what they can do with the money if they had it. That's the problem. That's where we run into that resistance. So whenever we talk about doing good things with our money, that's when we're most attacked, right? And that's going to be individual for each individual on how they decide they're going to spend their money and what they're going to dedicate that to. I don't know if you know this. I make surgical trainers. Okay, so I build things, medical models to train better surgeons, demonstrate new tools. I have not developed my own personal product line at this time because I've been busy working for other companies and building product for them. But I could very well build my own core product line and get those type of things out to help train surgeons with newer procedures and advancements in medical technology. And that would be something personally I would do. Is it out of the kindness of my heart? No, it is profitable. But it also, you can get, like Richard said, you can get rich and making medical, and still help the world. You can still get rich by still helping the world. You just have to figure out a way to do that. And I happen to have a little niche that does that.
Yeah. And you could probably end up selling it for a much lower price than what the other companies are selling them for. That's for sure.
Well, there isn't. See, I'm making stuff that is in such a niche market that it doesn't exist, right? So you're looking at a field where they're at like Gen 1, and I've got the Gen 4, models that allow them to really get the feel and really serious cadaver substitutes. So,
dude, that's awesome, man.
What do you do? What are you eating, DC?
I'm on staking my steaks and eating steak.
Having some dinner? A steak, right?
Yeah, ribeye, baby.
Your favorite food. Mexican's favorite food. Steak.
Yeah. Steak.
Take it.
So
make it.
So I hope that answered your question in a long way, Papa. I mean,
No, there's no right or wrong answer, right? I love the way we're going to evolve with this thought. So today, where we are at a penny, that's one answer, and then we're going to have to give it some more thought as it evolves. And I love bringing it up, and I'll check in with you, every eighth stream. I'll say, hey, what do you think?
Hold him to us. He wants to see how we're helping mankind.
Yeah. I want to.
Everybody else is getting rich in crypto, but you Hexicans, damn it, you owe everybody.
You know what I would love to do is I've always thought it'd be really cool to open some type of a school, just teach financial literacy as well as actually teach what actually you need to do in life.
That's what you're doing.
Well, I know that's what I'm doing, but it's like I'm teaching people that are 18 years old and older, right? But where you really teach somebody really is when they're 7 to 18, all those ages and everything like that. And
young.
I think it'd be a cool thing to do. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more money than I have right now, but I think I'll be able to get that accomplished one day.
The other thing is we're drawing a savings mentality. Right. And investing in our future mentality. So this actually changes how we would want to spend our money. So that's kind of the community that it draws. So it changes a little bit, right? So we're not the moon boys. We're not sitting here talking about, ridiculous, $100 hacks, right? We're not talking about that now. We try to stay as realistic, down to earth as possible. Could that stuff happen? Sure. But we haven't got there yet, so we're trying to keep a down to earth sort of aspect. And I think we're all kind of imagining what we could do with more time, where we could utilize the money in a better way, because we're just that different mindset. The community in itself is all that kind of different mindset.
I have a dream of starting a Hexican spa. So you bring your Ethereum address, your public, and that gets you a key to the Hexican club, and then you just roam the grounds, enjoy the view of the ocean. We got some luau's at night. Just stay as long as you want. It's all good. Bring your family. Yeah, as long as
I was doing a little bit of that today, driving home from work. I have a long drive, so but I was driving home from work today, and I started thinking, okay, so what would I do with a 10-cent hex? What would I do? What kind of stuff would I do? And I've been talking about this pirate ship thing, right? So now I'm thinking, all right, so I make a full-blown pirate ship in Puerto Rico. That's straight up a cruise ship, right? Straight up a cruise ship. And there's a lot of little islands out there and stuff. And make it a crypto cruise ship. And the proceeds will go to, like DC was saying, some type of organization, school, something that I want to do. There's some things that are near and dear to my heart that I'd like to do to it. So put a pirate cruise ship together, all the amenities, but looks like a straight up dirty old pirate ship on the outside, and then cruise that thing around the islands down there and do it for charity. Let the proceeds go to charity. That would be something I'd dig.
That sounds like a great idea, dude.
And then give it to the Hexicans once a year for a big party or something,
Oh, there you go.
It's not burned to the ground, bro. What are you doing?
You guys can try.
Pirateship.com.
I want a theme park. My storefront's not enough. I need a theme park.
There you go.
And
theme park.
Employ a bunch of people and employ people in the area so that there's more activity and help grow the little city that I'm in.
Hexland. We'll call it Hexland. We'll have crypto rides.
And I will put my Dr. Evil Chaos Castle in the middle of it, and there I will live in view upon all the visitors. I will have a chair.
So we'll check in again every decimal space. How's that?
There you go. Every decimal space is a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of decimal spaces in RG3 might disappear. Sorry, guys, but there is a point where, there is a point.
I'm still trying to get to that point. I started up a Twitch because everybody's like, yeah, Johnny, give us another rant. Give us another one of those. It's like, okay, I guess.
Well, you can't rant all the time. You can't rant all the time. They're just when they bubble up, they that's when they're good. You can't force a rant.
Right.
Well, somebody's always doing something stupid.
That's true, sir.
What was that last one that I was on? God. Oh, the last one. The last one was this guy saying that he was going to take down Hex. And this individual, guy said he's writing a very scientific paper and he's going to take down Hex. I don't know where he's going to submit his scientific paper, but his very scientific paper at that. But for some reason, for a guy who's in blockchain, apparently he doesn't know jack shit about blockchain because Hex is a code that lives on the blockchain and you cannot take it down. It exists. You can't unmake it. And unless you're going to call Vitalik and have him run back the Ethereum chain for the past year, we still going to be here. But it was funny because, I mean, there's no company to sue. There's no company to sue. There's no company distributing anything. It's simply just a code that you can choose to run or not run, right? Richard is a participant in the ecosystem. He's not the manager of the ecosystem. He's not liable. He's not selling you. He's not even the one selling you Hex. The only people, you can only get Hex from people that have it, right?
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating that this guy has no understanding, right? Now, for something like Ripple, they have a company, they have funds that they drop on the market. That's a different scenario altogether, right? They can be held accountable. They can be delisted even from major exchanges. You can't delist Hex from a DEX. You can obscure it so you can't see it, but you can still cut and paste that code and use that DEX. Whether you can see it or not, you can still use it.
Yeah.
So, and if the websites go down, guess what? You can still run the code on Etherscan.
Yep.
So even if every single website went down.
Yep.
So how do you shut it down? I'm curious. Does this guy even blockchain?
Even blockchain.
Idiot. Can you get? Oh, there we go.
How about when margin shorting comes up on that? That's going to be great for us, right?
Oh my!
I don't want
it. Lord Jesus, dude, that's going to be bad for people.
But good for us.
I mean,
prayers go out to you dummies who do that.
Anybody who knows what they're doing, if you look at that chart, it's like that's the last fucking chart on the planet that you want to go in and try and fuck around with that.
Yeah.
The last chart on the planet. Go.
If you hate Hex that much, short it. Put your money where your mouth is. You hate it that bad and you think it's going to zero, go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah.
Man, they won't even bet their hair. Are you kidding? They won't bet their hair over a 2x move. That's how much confidence they got.
That is the last chart that anybody is going to go and try and short. There's no fucking way that you can actually look at that and go, let's see, where am I going to do this at? Let's see. What am I going to do here?
There's always a dumbass Twitter influencer that'll do it. Some dude looking for clout, he'll do it. And I just hope he live streams it when he does it. Oh no, my Bitcoin, no, my Hex, it's gone.
Yeah, with 100 hexagons watching, that short's gonna hold up.
Yeah, no, that's no. and Richard.
Damn. I think there's ways to do it through either doing the shorts through synthetics or maybe doing it through kind of a derivatives exchange where, well, I guess it depends. Where like it basically they can bet on against the price of Hex inside of a fake system, but then when they lose their money, it ends up buying Hex in real life to pay off that contract. I think there's ways to do that right now, but I know it's a little early, but there is ways to sort of do that where these traders are buying up Hex and they could sell it synthetically, but they can never really dump the price because it's all fake. That way, you don't get Hex in the hands of these, these bullshit guys, But well, no, but that's maybe a conversation for another time. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
I was looking at this. Who was it that did that that Hexagon meme with all of us on it? And they put me like all lurking in the shadows, staring at
What?
Sammy.
Oh, that's no content Hexo.
Oh, out of context. That's who did it. Out of context. Yeah, that thing's funny, man. That is funny. That is a funny meme. He's got some good stuff. Yeah, no context.
I think it's funny that he tried to put everybody on one page, and he's got like 5 pages of them now. Try to fit everybody in there. You know, there's so many. Have you noticed how many Hexagons are now showing their faces?
Oh,
How
yeah.
many of those males are coming down now?
We've got the biggest community in crypto.
And I've got like 150 new followers. Me, mind you, I don't run my own show. I got 150 new followers, and these are, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah,
just on the Twitter, you know.
Yeah, we're actually moving on the YouTube stream now. The YouTube stream is actually getting bigger and bigger, and moving versus our other platforms that are having a little trouble themselves. I won't name them, but our other platforms are having a little trouble.
We still working on that other stream key thing we're doing.
I got it. I just haven't. I got the stream key, and we are part of the community now. I just haven't loaded it into StreamYard, only because I've been working on my setup. Is freaking badass. Shout out to my son.
Shout out to my son.
My son, man, freaking RG 3.1. He built my computer, and I got this freaking badass gaming desk and dual monitors, and the camera's all mounted up on the pole there, and the lights, and I got a new wireless keyboard and mouse. The mouse don't work because of the freaking deck of this thing. Doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't like it's got like a I don't know, like a carbon fiber look to it or something, and the mouse just goes nuts. So I got my old wired mouse to it. But
yeah, I should do that on a glass top. It's real fun.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like
the mouse bad because the laser just shoots right through the glass, so it's like.
Yeah, so this thing's not like, I probably need a big mouse pad or something for it. But yeah, he built my computer, and it's just freaking smoking fast. I just can't turn the damn Chrome off. It's like shining in my eyes, the Google Chrome. I can't figure out how to turn the damn night vision on it. What do you call it? The night mode. Night mode.
Night vision.
Yeah, night vision. I just figured I'd give him some boomer material there. That's the night vision. Let's see. Does anybody know where to go to turn the damn Chrome on to night vision? I can't figure it out.
Chrome extension?
I looked it up. And I can't even find it. Yeah, no, the Google Chrome, your freaking browser. The browser is like
top corner, and then go into settings, and then hit night mode.
Well, I did. It doesn't. I don't see it anywhere. I go on the dots, I go to settings, and nothing.
No night mode.
No night mode. I don't see it. I don't see night mode. Extensions, Spell Chrome, advanced. You go to advanced, downloads, printing, accessibility, system, maybe system. I don't know. Continue running background, hardware, restore settings, clean cut. No, none of it's not in there. I don't.
Maybe just put on your sunglasses.
Did anybody in chat? How Chrome don't have dark mode?
Oh, well, really? That would explain.
No, it does. It does. You can look it up. It tells you how to. It tells you how to do it, but I can't find it on. I'm on Windows now. I'm no longer in Mac.
Why don't you just look up on Google like how to put dark mode on Google?
I did.
Ask Jeeves.
It didn't work.
AskRichard.com.
Oh, wow, that is cool. I just got a little message from Kareem, and
Kareem's a bean.
See, it's a whole new world leaving Mac and going to Windows. I feel much less soy. I feel better now. I do. I gotta admit. And there's all these new little things happening now. Like Kareem is messaging me right now, and Let me. Oh, of course, Kareem, you want to come on in?
Moist.
Hold on a second. Let me bring Kareem because I'm sure he's got something to say.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, everybody, stand
Here
by.
we go.
Brace yourselves. Yep.
Brace
I'm-
yourselves. We are going to bring the dream.
Oh, I'm gonna give him the floor.
Yeah,
I'm giving the floor because I am tired.
Kareem is like sugar or salt. You know, you gotta sprinkle him on right. You gotta sprinkle Kareem on right. You know, the man is brilliant. He's full of energy, but you know, it's like sugar and salt. You gotta bring him in and sprinkle him on. You know, and I really want to hear what he has to say about today's doings.
Yeah.
Today's
Kareem only talks about Kareem, bro. That's just it, man. That's all he talks about, man.
Well, I wasn't dodging him, RG. I was just saying I'm freaking tired, and I'm glad somebody else is showing up so they can talk.
settings, theme, dark theme. Okay. Thank you, Kong. I should have known Kong would have hooked me up, my man. Oh, there he is. Kareem, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Hexicans and Hexicants. Here is our man, Kareem the Dream.
Dream the dream.
Ready, Hexicans. What's good?
Let's get ready to FOMO.
Let's get ready to
I heard everything RG said, which is so awesome. Like, you know, story of life. Ain't that the truth? You know, some people can't handle it. But what's good was good. I had so much good wisdom, so I was like, yo, let me hop in. I just finished work, actually, believe it or not.
Did you see what happened today? Did you see the price stabilize and the sell-offs happen and it not go the line get drawn in the sand? Did you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been hanging around that 1 cent, chilling like it's no big deal. And more importantly, at any time, because of those, you know, ability to do limit orders, people don't understand. Like at any time, a bot could just get triggered and then bam, and then next thing you know, I was in the chat earlier when I was finishing some work. I was telling people like, don't blow your account. It sounds crazy right now. Like, remember when, and again, I came late. So like 1 million hex was a big deal. You know, I'm sorry, it wasn't a big deal. Now it's a big deal because that's over $10,000, which is outside of reach of some people. But I need people to mentally prepare that 100,000 hex is going to be a big deal. Next thing you know, that's going to be 10 grand. And again, it's not FOMO, it's not financial advice. I just look at, you know, the traffic, because think about it. Every time the big liquidity from the big well always move and trying to create some stability around 8 to 10 million. I've always witnessed that kind of behavior. So if it's right around 500K right now, 10x move, and you're back to 6 million. So you need to mentally prepare that the ratio that you're seeing right now could just 10x like that. And then, like RG perfectly said, most of the people and the OGs and those who really understand longer pay better, first of all, they stake for like, even if you're not a, you know, 555 crazy like me, you know, hero, whatever, even if you, let's say, let's be cool, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, bare minimum to that is 5 years from now. If I remember reading the white paper correctly, it says 10,000 hex within 2.5 years, people. So just do the math. And even those shorter stakes, 7 to 10 years, you can't move that at least another 3 years from now, which means it's just sitting chilling, like RG says, like, you know, less than 10%, just doing his thing. I argue that there's probably less than 5% liquid right now.
About 3.5 million puts
What I'm
us at
saying is that there's only
10,000.
10%. There's only 10% of the staker class. So that means the monster OA, which is
I calculated, approximated based on my educated guess, OA owns about 80 to 85.
Yeah, I'd say about
and it's going to constantly grow simply because, again, every time people blow their account or, you know, just that 50% rollover, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And people don't forget that when the big payday happened, that's really when OA stake boosted up, because we were at 50% overall stake. But remember, the minimum 3-day stake still yielded 30%. Right. So this is where the 50% that OA had plus, it was more like 60%. When that got staked and then unstaked, that's when really OA grew, so to speak. And people that don't understand the math, they run away like, oh, low percent staking, I need to run away. They don't understand that, no, it's how your API started to go up, which means you should be freaking staked. And if you don't, then you're losing money. And another fun fact is the total ratio stake is slightly going downwards and trending down, but the total number of tokens stake is going up. People still don't get that. We crossed 61 billion like a week or two ago, and now we're at 61.4. I mean, it's rapidly growing. It's just because when you factored in inflation and all this other stuff coming out, you think the ratio is not moving or going down, but the total number of stake is going up, and our efforts to educate people about, you know, T-shares and everything is paying out. So when you run that number, I say 80 to 85% because I know OA has some stakes too in there. So I counted those as well. But all like long story short, I think there's like 5% or less of liquid just kind of hanging around.
Yep.
But at any point that can just be bought out like this. And then by the end of the month, we're gonna get EIP 155. I mean, I saw the Twitter, like they're joking about it. They're waiting for the perfect time. Those motherfuckers are great. They're like, okay, do we go now or do we wait for the Bitcoin to top? They're just literally, if this correction goes in, oh dude, they're gonna release this joint. If it pumps a little bit more to 50, 60K, they're gonna wait. They gotta, you know, catch the top, and then
the position we're all in right now is just insane.
It's crazy. I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm gonna buy more. You know, I mean, I can't do like a million like I used to be able to do, but you know, I'm gonna get 500K and then just add to the stash and keep it moving. You know.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, 500K now is nice. It really is a nice amount, man.
Absolutely.
That's a serious amount of T-shares too, man.
True, especially if you understand the value and want to multiply it, because this was my realization for those maybe watching that don't know. But once I was after I do my testing, you know, 1 week stake in the very beginning, just to see, hey, how do I stake? How do I unstake? Does it work? All that cool stuff. And I realized like, oh crap, you know, I can't be a whale right now, but hey, it is what it is. The product is great, which is why I believe that the opportunity is just gonna get better and better even over time. Because when I got in, we were only about roughly 25% to 30, less than 30% for sure APY. And to me, that was already insanely good, right? So I was like, well, how do the best way for me to play catch up is to stake longer, right? Which is, again, a logical thing to do, which makes the average better and stronger for everybody else. So you play that game, plus the fact that APY is getting better and better and better. When Hex becomes more and more valuable, that's going to put some more respect. Again, I told people, under the crypto script bubbles, the real value is the logic beyond the math, because you'll be able to see something you cannot chart. When you understand logic, you really get to see the human behavior. Like I said in Hex Germany, that as the price goes up, the ratcheting is going to go up even faster, because there's people that talk about money, but when they see their account with extra digits they never saw in their life, I'm telling you, this is where we're going to really see who got the strong hands and who is just talking. That's going to be, RG, that's going to be the funniest thing. You're going to see people blowing their account. And even if it's just like, you know, $1 million a day, but Hex is like 10 cents, that's going to be like $100,000 emergency and stake penalty. I'll be taking screenshots. Be like, yo, look, we got to pay $100K today. I mean, there's going to be ads left and right. The game theory is going to be next level. Be like, yo, you come into Hex, you don't trade, you stake, some mofo OG unstake, 100K comes in, you made $100 today on penalties. Like, how insane is that? And then Hex is $1, and then there's going to be days you make $1,000 on fucking penalties.
And there's
think about this
in there.
Think about this. This is the real kicker, is the fact that, all right, the T-share price, it'll cost you what, $163 for one T-share right now.
Mm-hmm.
When we 10x the price,
$1,600.
$1,600 for one.
Mark my word, I said.
And because of the automatic market maker, we know that right now, a $1.4 million buy right now changes the T-share from $163 to $1,600.
Facts. And RG, you know what I'm gonna do when we cross that level? I'm gonna reach out to a dev and be like, "Yo, I need a new chart. Like, can you just put the Bitcoin chart and then the T-shirt chart next to it, and then watch it catch up, and then we'll do weekly update where you are, and then when Bitcoin goes into a bear market and the price starts to go down, we'll start to catch up faster. And then I'll take another screenshot and be like, "Yo, T-shirt."
I'll put some TA out there. TA out there.
That's gonna be insane. So again, the game theory is like second to none. Like Richard said, it's just like, and there's so much good data. I mean, even the other day I was in the trading chat, just kicking, just chilling, making fun, and I was just showing them. Some of them didn't even know about like Hex.Vision. Like they didn't even know. I mean, dude, there's so much valuable data there. Just
there's people that still don't know about GoHex.com. There's still people that are out there that don't know how to stake. There are still people out there that think if they just own Hex, they get more in their wallet. Because the way the site is set up, I mean, you kind of have to follow along and you have to educate yourself or you don't get all the answers. It's not just being handed to you, If you don't know that you have to go through one of the front ends, whether it's Staker app, whether you're using the right contract function on Etherscan, or whether you're using GoHex or another Hex.Win or whichever one, if you're not using one of those front ends, you're not staking. You're just holding liquid. So, people are like, well, why aren't all these people staking? Well, you do have the OA has some. There is liquidity being provided, and there are people that just don't know what the hell they're doing.
They just don't know. They just don't know. There's only 10% of us that know what to do. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, people buy a ticker symbol off an exchange. We're on 30 exchanges, and we've got liquidity on 30 exchanges. There are people just buy the ticker symbol, or they hear the name, and it's just name recognition. What's that Hex thing? Maybe I should get some of that just because people are bitching about it. So, but they don't know what to do with it, and not following the community, then that's their loss.
Absolutely. And speaking of exchange, Johnny, another fun fact that's going to be epic to watch is people don't realize how powerful and how important that liquidity move just been. Like, again, to break it down for some people, quick math, it's not just the fact that it's much easier to pump right now, but everybody in Hex right now, that move just hardened your Hex value times 4. Let me say that again. That move just hardened before even the next price appreciation, because it just created that new floor. Kind of like what we have with the T-share constantly rising, which is why it's one of my favorite charts to watch, because it's creating the hardening. So we become kind of like hodlers of last resort. When we reach a certain point, we'll never go back. The same way we used to joke last year about, oh man, we're not going to reach the 1 cent. Now it's like it's very hard to go below 1 cent. And then it's going to get to a point where it's going to be hard to go below 2 cents and then 3 cents. So by removing that liquidity, it also take away from the people that's not thinking long terms and the people that just maybe want to be nefarious, because by removing that, and we know OA is not dumping. So it's like the only way you're going to get it literally is from early people that will, sell some of their profit, or what's there. And then when the next pump comes in, we all know there's bots everywhere. All those little 30 exchanges is going to be the biggest joke. The price is going to go up so much. It's going to create massive buying pressure on those exchanges. I've seen it so many times. It always go where the biggest liquidity is. So because the little guy in the exchange is going to be like, shit, Uniswap just went up 50%. This thing over here is 30% below. It hasn't catch up yet. So let me buy that. They're going to empty the order book, move that to Uniswap, sell it over there. And this is going to be our way for the world to sucking more and more liquidity. And next thing you know, price start to go up. The same way Grayscale is doing with Bitcoin, this is what's going to happen. Uniswap pair is going to create that sucking. And then the big exchange, because remember, they got to do trading. And then they got no more coins because everybody bought it, took it out of the exchange, sold it on Uniswap. They have to go back and buy more tokens. You see what I'm saying? Well,
the gaps, though, on those exchanges are pretty severe. So, like, there's such a spread, that it doesn't seem like anybody really selling on the exchanges is willing to give their Hex away. Trust me, I've been waiting for a fat finger sell for like forever, and people are just not giving up. They're just not giving up their positions. They're setting like limit orders, and they're using it like a Hail Mary. So they're setting their limit orders way above, or because they know way above price. So it's really going to whip. It could spike up as high as $1 on some of those exchanges in like a blink of an eye,
Mhm.
based on the fact that there is no liquidity on, there's not enough. Okay, we need to get away from this term liquidity. There is not enough available hex on for purchase on the open market. That's what's happened here.
And
it's not a liquidity problem.
Yep.
There is a hex shortage that is happening,
which is done on purpose to allow the price action to happen even faster. And what I'm saying to people is that it's about to be even more insane, because with what just happened, and like I said, I mean, literally, you put $3,000. I mean, no offense, and then you can move up the price 5%. I mean, it's insane. Like I used to buy like 10 grand, and I'll get a slippage of 0.003, like 100x. 100 times less the slippage. It's just to tell you that at any time, just remember, I'm a every paycheck buyer. So it's like, I'll just come do my regular thing, and then I might trip a bot or ratio, and next thing you know, he sends the freaking thing. So I'm just saying that even those exchanges that think, oh yeah, let me put it like 30% premium up there, limit order, but they don't understand when Hex run, it run. I mean, I still remember the April run. I mean, I FOMO'd in too, but it was insane. It did a like 60x because it was around like 35 to 50x, and then he ran all the way to 100 in a matter of like 2 weeks. So
that was a big market buy, and then the FOMO after it is what it was.
Exactly. So one of those runs start to happen, it's gonna just drain liquidity tokens out of those exchanges too, and then bring it back to the source. And then they're going to have to go back and buy some more. Because, again, this is the reason why the Coinbase garbage is happening, no offense, and all the whole, like, shutdown. Because they can't allow the price to be disturbed more than 10%. Because, remember, their business is buy and sell. It's volume. That's how they scam people. So if there's a major price action, they need to shut down the exchange because their mechanism, their market maker, whatever that is not working. And they do that on purpose to basically say, no. There's a pump. Grayscale is buying, institutions coming in. I'm going to shut all you motherfuckers out, buy all the tokens, literally ride the pump 10%. When it chill out, I reopen the exchange and then I dump it on you, and then you buy back from me. I mean, it's just crazy. It's insane. And then they'll wait for the drop, and then they'll rebuy it. It's just like, it's crazy. They're making money on the price pump. They're making money on the trading fees, the volume. It's insane. It's insane.
And they control the market. It's that centralization controlling the market and pumping the price, and it works. And it's kind of sort of happening right now, is where the OA is saying no cheap hex for you.
There you go.
Want it? You're gonna have to pay for it. We're done playing cheap hex. You had a year. Your time is up.
Yeah.
Now if you have to pay for it, we're not just gonna give it to you.
Absolutely. And it's funny because when I broke it down to my friend, he had a light bulb moment. He's like, oh man, no wonder why, man. Sometimes there's a pump. I'm trying to buy it because he used to have Coinbase, and 4 or 5 times shut down. And when I broke it down to him, he was so pissed. He literally moved all his funds out of the exchange, which is a good thing. And then he switched it to Ethereum when Ethereum was pumping. And it's like, man, Kareem, you've been right on XRP. I saved him 50%. Literally take the money out before the dump. That was just like epic. Good luck. I told him about, hey, every time there's a pump, you watch how Coinbase, literally I called it, Coinbase is going to shut down, watch. And it did happen the next day. It's just insane. And I say, watch, Hex is going to go up. And then I say, dude, okay, 100K, let's go. Like, it's just, it's like Richard would say, how many times you need to be right for people to listen? You know what I mean? This is
other than the obvious of Coinbase and other big exchanges shutting down during pumps, what other kind of shenanigans are they playing other than the obvious ones?
No, but they're the worst, though. They're the worst. Like, even Gemini doesn't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then use the excuse, oh, we have too many users. And dude, update your freaking thing. Like, you're about to go public. That looks bad. That's not professional. Like, you use the excuse that you're popular, and that's why you're shutting that. No, that's dumb.
I can't wait till they go public when they'll have to explain how they make money, because they'll say it right there. They're like, we believe we control the Bitcoin price, so we're able to make money off the exchange. That's because they have to write out what they're doing. It's just like when you start a hedge fund, you have to explain to your investors, how do I make money? What are all the options, the way I make money? And you're gonna see repostification, all that kind of shit. Like,
they're gonna announce everything. We're gonna take screenshots and all that shit. We're gonna post it up. And what's even insane is that they don't understand that real traditional market, those guys don't fuck around. Like if you shut down like that, you can get sued. Like, imagine the Dow Jones or the freaking S&P just like froze like out of the blue. They're gonna be like, "What? Market manipulation?"
We got to find some place to put some money on them shutting down and shit because we're about to make a fortune.
Well, the kicker here is, guys, let's not dwell on the on-ramp too much and give them too much grief because they are an on-ramp.
Nah, hold on. I tell all people, Gemini. By the way, Gemini got better fees. Literally, little ad right now. I'll do it 30 seconds. Gemini is better because they never shut down as many times as Coinbase did. Number two is they have better trading fee. It's literally like almost 4 times less than Coinbase. I kid you not. And because some people don't understand that there's regular Coinbase and there's Coinbase Pro. And the regular Coinbase is ripping people off the ass. It's so insane. It's crazy. And number 3, they do markup. It's insane. If you know like Crypto Savvy and look on your phone app or like some of the exchange like Binance or whatever, or even decentralized exchange, and you just look straight up Coinbase, a lot of the time the price is $30 to $50 more expensive. It's insane. Gemini doesn't do that. They tell you what the price is. Yeah. So just those 3 things over time, dude, it's like no.
They lend out your crypto too. So when they hold your crypto and don't give it to you, they either use it or lend it out for a day just to make some extra money. Just like the bank does when you deposit when you get a check into the bank and they hold your money for 2-3 days.
Yep,
they're using that money and making money on your money, and then they give you your money.
It's insane. By the way, they do the same shit with those wire transfer. It's all garbage. I mean, they're making billions of dollars a day just on holding the interest. It's insane. Just the flow, like kind of like what Western Union and some of those things do, like the flow of money just from like continent to continent. They literally can do like kind of like in the crypto space, we have like the flash loan. Imagine like the big amount of wire transfer, right? And the money takes 2-3 days to get there. Like during that 2-3 days, they do mad trading and 4x, crazy money. And then that's why they never really want you to hold your money. Even when it gets to the bank, so to speak, it's one account to another account. It stays in the bank. They still mess with it. So it's just, you don't want to have that. And again, people can make fun of Gemini for being small, but sometimes it's a good thing for competition because when you're small, you want to improve. You want to provide a better deal. So that's why they have those. They have no problem. The onboarding is great. They are also regulated out in New York. So if you're like United States and you don't want to have your account shut down or you're not worried about, because you're not doing anything illegal. So you like Citibank, Bank of America, you're not going to get like shut down. They're not going to shut down your account. You can just say, hey, it's Gemini.
Gemini's been how I've been onboarding for a while now.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit of some Cash App here and there. If I had
And more importantly, they regulate. They're not a shady exchange, like because certain banks, I mean, if you're moving a lot of money, they're going to be like, yo, we're going to shut down your account because we see associated with X, Y, and Z exchange that we don't like, or that's being, let's say, confronted to do shady activity because you get guilt by association and then literally, shut you down. And you don't.
One thing about my hex coins, they're virgin hex coins.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, considering that you make new coins from your coins, you're making virgin.
Like for example, DC, one of the things that I like, and that goes back to what Kevin O'Leary was saying.
Talking. That's what you like. You like talking.
Yeah, I do.
Undisputed champion, dream.
Okay, so I want to talk about something. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself?
Again, the other day we're talking with Silver because I love traveling.
I'll let you finish, Captain, but Kareem's got the best talk of all time. Let's go, Kareem. Keep going, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, I was talking about that on the conference with Silver, and because I love traveling, and like for example, Citibank is one of the banks that's in a lot of places, especially in Asia, Southeast Asia, and stuff. So having that connection is great because if you have your crypto, which connected to an on-ramp that's known, that's not going to get shut down, that can give you instant transfer to your bank. I mean, to me, that's the holy grail. Because you have the real world connected to the crypto world. You can move money around when you need to or certain state, and then you can manage your tax events as well and move the money around fluidly from the bank to the crypto and back to the bank. So that was one thing that I like, because if you have Wells Fargo, which is known for like shady stuff, they will do shady stuff and they don't care. They'll shut you down. Like Citibank is actually pro crypto. So you combine that plus with the regulated exchange, you're set. Because again, like Johnny said, you only need them for the onboarding. That's it. And again, a good price, a good deal. The same way how Richard was talking about, what's the name of that exchange that don't do margin trading that he recommends all the time? Bitstamp? Is it Bitstamp?
Yeah, I think it's Bitstamp.
Yeah. So again, to my knowledge, Gemini doesn't do leverage trading.
No,
so that's another thing. So you protected from that. They just do a little custody play here and there. Not a lot of shit coins out there. They have less coins. So again, those things to me matters. Richard is absolutely right. So when I recommend a friend, I don't want him to get wrecked. I don't want his economic energy to go to the wrong place. So that's why I
there's another exchange too that actually is. It's not a terrible way to actually do this. So try to open up if you guys are in the United States. Try to open up Kraken bank account and exchange. Kraken's Kraken basically got it started off of like Ethereum money. So they're full ETH boys. Mm-hmm. So you open a bank account there. They'll be able to count crypto assets if you ever want to do real estate or do some other stuff and everything. I haven't had a problem with them yet. The exchange, so it's whatever. But it's just the reason I like having a Kraken exchange account open is because if you actually validate your KYC up to 3 levels and stuff, you can take $500,000 out a day.
Yeah. Absolutely. And also they're one of the oldest exchange, and I think they got their bit license and all this other stuff too. So again, just to play nice. So
yeah, that level 3 is like taking a flashlight up your butt. I mean, literally, that's how KYC. Dude, it's like super KYC. It's the most KYC exchange I've ever been a part of ever. It's like holy crap. They're asking like who you dated in high school. You know, like
I still like my Zoom coin. My Zoom coin.
Yeah. For me, it's funny. It's the bank that does that. Me was Citibank that called me. But again, we have a 10+ year relationship, so it was just very cordial, like a 15-minute conversation over the phone. I just broke it down. Yeah, it's my personal account, and they're also trying to look out for you. You know, they want to make sure you're not getting basically stolen. And remember, they were so new. I got to educate them too. Like, no, this is an exchange for crypto, blah blah blah, publicly known, regulated, da da da. So for future users, it's a no-brainer. And because I do ACH and wire transfer, dude, no limit, dude. Milli, 2, 3, whatever. You pay the $30 fee, and then it's gone. It's gone. Let's go.
I mean, yeah.
Nice. All right, guys, it's 2 hours.
Okay.
It's 2 hours. We're getting ready to cut it down. Thanks, Kareem, for coming in and chatting it up with us. Appreciate you always, buddy.
No, I gotta support. You guys doing a great job. You're always here, so on your schedule, and I appreciate that. So I like to come in and show our face and being with the community. So looking forward to Friday.
Nice, Johnny. Thanks for coming, Papa. Keep on boning, and DC.
Keep on DCing. DC a little heavy now. DC now.
Okay. Today was an epic day in Hex. You should be, if you're staker class, if you're in Hex right now, you should be proud and holding your head up because once again, Hex has proven how fucking badass it is and how awesome our founder is. Richard is a smart motherfucker. So anyway, everyone, have a great one. We'll see you on Friday for the FN Hangout. Your FN Hangout. Everybody gets to come. Make a splash.